Welcome back to another video, and today we are going to explore the spoiler side of the nerdy multiverse. Today we are going to talk about Eternals spoilers. If you have not seen the Eternals or do not want to hear spoilers, this is your spoiler warning now. You have been warned.
Gets really badly hurt.
Wait till you see this next one. Everybody dies.
Dude.
Not everybody. No. Is that?
No?
Hey, whatever.
Can we rewind that part?
Yeah, can we? You'll cut that.
Starting off with Ajax's character. The main points about this character that contain spoilers are her skirmish with Athena towards the beginning of the film that takes place in the past, as this movie takes place during two different time periods. The other important part of Ajax's story in the Eternals is her, death. Who killed her and why, you may ask? Well, Icarus had betrayed and killed Ajax as he was loyal to the Celestials, and she was planning to stop Earth's emergence. We learned soon after this that the emergence is the emerging of a Celestial. The Celestial inside of Earth is Tiamat. The emergence of a Celestial would eliminate the planet and its population entirely. Ajax has never stopped an emergence or even thought about it before. However, she explains in the film to Icarus that Earth has changed her mind, as they were able to undo what Thanos did in Infinity War all by themselves, making her think that they deserve to live and that the emergence should end. This leads Icarus to bring her into a trap in Alaska. He leads her to a frozen lake where there are deviants emerging from the melting ice. Icarus ends up pushing her off of the cliff, and she is later killed by the deviants down on the ice. Icarus keeps this entirely a secret throughout the entire film until the rest of the Eternals figure it out towards the end of the story and film, where they come together to stop the emergence with Phastos' creation of a Unimind. The Unimind being created out of the sphere that Ajax had. This device would connect all of the Eternal powers and consciousness and let Cersei be able to stop the emergence and ultimately kill Tiamat. However, we learn that Icarus is not the only one who is loyal to the Celestials, as we see that Kingo agrees with the emergence. However, he weirdly opts out of the entire third act of the film and the final battle. Again, though, Icarus is not alone, as Sprite joins him and they both threaten the rest of the Eternals, stating that they will be there from stopping the emergence, and that they will kill them all if they have to. Obviously, Icarus being the one to do most of the work in fighting. Sprite was revealed later on to have feelings for Icarus. However, she is unable to express them and is unable to be with him because of her ability of not aging. This leads to Sprite having issues with even being an Eternal, which ultimately leads to the point of Cersei turning her into a mortal human at the end of the film with the leftover Unimind power that she had left, and they all finally come together and stop the emergence and kill Tiamat. Speaking of Tiamat, it was stated that the Celestial's consciousness was connected to the Unimind as well. As of now, this is a mystery. However, this could entirely just be because Tiamat does not align with Arishem, the leader of the Celestials and the one who orchestrated this all. The action of this movie was phenomenal. I think the best piece of action was the final battle on the beach. This battle was Icarus versus Phastos, Makari, and Athena. Makari in the scene was amazing, and you could really see how strong and fast she was. She speed blitzed Icarus and had a major advantage in the fight, taking him by herself until he finally got a lucky hit off on her, knocking her down for a bit. However, Phastos was still standing there, while Athena was in the cave fighting Crow, the deviant that killed Ajax and Gilgamesh. Phastos being the Eternal that many people underestimated, he was the one that took Icarus down and efficiently suppressed his powers. Suppressing Icarus's powers allowed Cersei to get what needed to be done, as Sprite was knocked out by Druig, and the Unimind was connecting to the Eternals. This leads to the point of the Eternals coming out with a victory as Tiamat is turned into what looks like marble and killed as the emergence is stopped. In the end, all of the Eternals did survive the film besides Ajax and Gilgamesh, who was killed by the deviant crow in the forest where Druig was residing. It is unknown if Icarus is truly dead or not, as he flew into the sun at the end of the movie. However, it is really unknown if any of the Eternals who died are really dead. As Arishem stated in similar words, as long as their memories are alive, they can be alive as well. As of now, Thena was by far my favorite Eternal, as her story felt so interesting to me, seeing her have memories of the past planets that they have destroyed, and being the one to put an end to the deviant that killed both Ajax and Gilgamesh. Now that we touched most of the spoilery talk that takes place throughout the movie, let's talk about those crazy post-credit scenes. In the first post-credit scene, we are introduced to two characters. The first being Pip the Troll being voiced by Patton Oswalt, who was a part of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show. The Troll enters the Eternal ship via teleportation. He then waits for the next person to show up to give him a proper introduction, and that he does. Behold, the Royal Prince of Titan, brother of Thanos, defeater of Black Roger, the great adventurer Star Fox. Star Fox is introduced, played by Harry Styles. Star Fox reveals that he has a sphere of his own and states that he knows that the other Eternals are in trouble and he knows how to find them. The other Eternals being Cersei, Phastos, and Kingo, who were taken by Arishem at the end of the film. Then the screen cuts back to the credits, but remember, there were two post-credit scenes. The second post-credit scene is just as big as the first one, if not bigger. We see Dane Whitman, Cersei's human partner, standing in front of a box with the Raven crest on it. He hesitates with opening it, but he eventually does open it, revealing the ebony blade. In the comics, Dane Whitman becomes a Black Knight. He then begins contemplating whether or not he's ready for this. He then begins hovering his finger over the sword, as we see the sword as some sort of magnetism or connection with Dane, as particles on the sword start to point towards him and his skin. He then gets ready to grab the sword. Before he grabs it, he is stopped by an off-screen voice that says, "Are you sure you're ready for that, Mr. Whitman?" This voice is Mahershala Ali, who will be playing Blade in the MCU. This was recently confirmed by the director, Chloe Zhao herself.
Can you confirm, like, I had my speculation of that voice in the post-credit scene. I speculated to my team who also saw the film that I believe it was Blade, but I'm not sure, so are you able to confirm?
I can confirm it's Mr. Blade himself.
This movie was huge and introduces big implications into the MCU and expands the cosmic side of the Marvel Universe so much, as well as introducing off-screen, of course, Blade himself. Well, you all, that was all for now. Hopefully we can get some more spoiler talk in sometime soon. Remember, the Disney Plus event is happening this Friday, November 12th. I'm sure that will be extra juicy with MCU news and trailers, so let's all keep an eye out for that. And let's also keep an eye out for what comes out next here on the channel. As always, thank you all for watching. If you feel kind enough today, remember to hit that like button and call the Hulk for this one. Smash that subscribe button.
And Hulk. Smash.
Who knows what power you'll hold after doing so. We will see you next time we explore the nerdy multiverse.